You never watched it though, right, Robert?
I'm also talking to another generation, a different generation. I think the old heads would chime into what I'm saying. But
No, I'm pretty sure Omar's like watched every single show you named.
yeah, yeah, it depends, I guess. No, I've never seen you.
That was my favorite show for a long time.
That's the Netflix show, right?
Joe Goldberg. It's like a stalker murder. It's filmed, like, especially the first two seasons. It's filmed very, like, it's one of those things, kind of, not like Dexter, because Joe's not good, but, the way they film it, because you're, like, in his head and he's narrating, you
Oh,
know?
oh, okay.
You're in his head and he's, like, kind of narrating it, and, like, narrating stalking them,
But
though.
I understand what you meant by saying it's kind of like Dexter. In the
Yeah,
first,
it's like,
in the
like, you,
first
like, root
season,
for.
in the first season, he's in his head.
Yeah, so like Joe narrates the whole show, so you like he'll be like you, and then he'll be like watching them, and like you're hearing all his thoughts as he's watching them. It's very creepy, but at the same time, you get to a point in the show where like you're like subconsciously like rooting for him for some reason,
Yeah,
like even though he's not good,
yeah.
you're like rooting for him not to get caught. It's like very, I don't know, I really loved it.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, yeah.
Robbie, I know you watch different stuff because you mentioned Spider-Man, stuff like that.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
you've seen
I
all the
watched
Marvels.
Spider-Man.
You've seen all the Marvels.
Yeah, but like nowadays, now I haven't.
Yeah,
You
no, I
know.
get it.
What was the last Marvel movie that came? Oh, Deadpool came out
I
yesterday.
don't want to even talk about
What did
Deadpool.
it?
Yeah, I'm not that big a fan. I even
I
got.
love
Well,
I
Deadpool.
telling me you don't want to watch that?
I have his first issue.
They
Yeah.
hate the movie, my mom and Robert. I think it's so funny.
No, I caught it recently, and I kind of get some of the humor in
It's
it.
so funny to me.
I I don't think I could watch it again.
I've
Exactly.
watched it multiple times.
I think I watched it like one time when it came out around the first time, when it first came out.
Yeah,
And I was like,
but that's
funny.
also
But
that's
like,
also made by Fox too.
yeah, but then looking back on it, I'm like, you know what? Oh, sorry. That was sorry, Jada.
It like immediately declined.
He's frustrated. He's so
I meant,
frustrated.
I meant the
Frustrated by
rest stuff.
frustrated by the. I mean, if I were to watch it, the new one that's out, it'll be only for Wolverine.
Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna be very good.
I'm
Be honest.
sorry, I just like Deadpool. I do.
I have his first issue.
I've seen it multiple times.
I'm only rooting for Deadpool to only succeed because
And
my
I've
issues
laughed
will go
every
up.
time.
My issues will go up. The amount of money will go up.
I think most people love Deadpool.
Yeah, no, most people do love Deadpool. Most people do.
I don't know if I just have like a similar sense
But
of humor.
think about
it's very
it.
funny to me.
It's yin and yang. Wolverine is serious. They both heal the same, but one heals differently than the other. They're both godlike. One's serious, one's jokey. It's funny that they made two characters, but they're totally different. Different paths. And so it's interesting that they're both together. They both have similar healing powers.
Yeah.
They both can live forever.
And what's the next Marvel movie after that? Didn't they just announce a new side of Spider-Man?
I lost track because they're making mistakes.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for them to get their
I've also lost track.
yeah.
I think they announced a new Spider-Man, but I know they're having issues because they can't use most of the villains because, Spider-Man used to be made by what company? I forgot.
Fox.
Yeah. So I guess Disney's not allowed to use most of the like major villains. Like they're not supposed to be using Green Goblin.
Okay. Green Goblin, Spider-Man's biggest foe. One of
So,
Spider-Man's biggest foes.
So I had read that's like it's an issue with killing the movies going forward.
Marvel's in good hands. They still got X-Men, Fantastic Four. If they
There's
ever
so
want
much material to prove from. You know, it's not even like they have to.
Guardians of the Galaxy was definitely
I
a
love
a major lucky pull that they pulled from, and they succeeded in it dramatically.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was incredible.
I feel like all of
the
them
comic
are.
book was trash, then trash can get you. For them to perform magic like they did, 1, 2, and 3, amazing.
Yeah.
Because I never read a single. I've never read a single comic book of Guardians of the Galaxy. Not one.
They really pulled something out of their hat there.
That was some magic serious hat right there. That was like, let us show you Star Wars from our perspective. Yeah, that was amazing. Plus, they tied in music and everything else.
The music is one of the best things about that movie.
Yeah, they made it cool. And Chris Pratt made that thing work.
He was perfect
Everybody
for it.
was doing their thing.
For it.
Yeah, and then the director, the guy that heads over to DC, he's doing DC projects now. The guy that was the director.
Yeah, he's on Superman now.
He's in trouble.
Why are they changing Superman again?
He's in trouble. Good luck. Good luck. But no, Superman might be the thing, though. He might.
No, they announced they changed Superman's actor.
They're doing what now?
They changed the actor.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is.
What do you mean to change the actor from Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's no longer Superman.
I know. That's old news, though.
That's old news. Henry Cavill,
I was like, again.
I'll be honest with you. Henry Cavill was a great Superman. I thought he was great.
I loved him.
Yeah, so he was
great.
I
just don't think the writing was super good for I don't know any of them, like any of the movies after.
Yeah.
Their reasoning though is because he was too old. But I was like,
no, there's no reason.
I don't know if that's it. To be honest.
Yeah.
That's what like one of the articles said.
Yeah.
That they wanted someone younger for the new Superman.
Well, that's probably because there was a comic book called All Star Superman, and he's taking it right back to All-Star Superman. All-Star Superman is supposed to be the mightiest Superman that ever lived.
Henry Cavill I always have a hard time whenever they switch Supermans because the person you feel like they fit so well.
So I agree with you, but if they're following the comic book, this is the happiest time of Superman. They're trying to go back to happy Superman like Christopher Reeve. So
Henry Cavill's Superman was pretty
they're not trying to do a dark
depressing.
Superman. They're trying to do happy, and they're trying to show dark with Batman, happy with Superman. So that's where so Superman got it kind of dark, and they're trying to bring it back. They're trying to just go for blue skies and happiness.
Like OG Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they got away from it. So that's what he's trying to do.
Well, Henry Cavill's Superman storyline is pretty depressing.
But I liked it.
I liked it too, but it's not like a happy.
No.
Most of the movies aren't happy.
So this guy that did Guardians of the Galaxy is so he's trying to get it back. He's trying to bring DC back.
Why would he leave Marvel?
Because he thinks.
I don't think he left Marvel. I think he's just also on DC.
Oh.
I think so.
That's not like looked down upon.
I think he left completely. And basically,
think?
Yeah, DC and Marvel are not together. When you leave,
because James Gunn has been still putting out movies for. James Gunn put out movies for DC.
Not recently. He's done nothing for Marvel. It's all DC.
Yeah, he has. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He did the movie with the.
Yeah, he did. That was the last project he did for Marvel. That was it.
No, but I'm saying like I don't think it's like impossible that he can't come back to.
No, it's not impossible, but he's not going to come back.
But his projects were Guardians of the Galaxy, so it's not really like what I mean.
They will get another director for Guardians of the Galaxy if they need to.
No, but I'm saying Guardians of the Galaxy is done though. Like that's. You know what I mean?
Nope. I'm
Okay.
just listening. I'm just waiting for you to tell me more.
Well, like the series is over.
It
like,
is over, yeah.
Yeah, like they'll come back, but like not really like as a whole group though. So like there's not gonna be any more standalone movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's no longer doing no more projects for Marvel. He's done.
Sure.
He's basically he's basically heading over and doing all DC projects. He's the head of DC completely.
Right.
So
right,
that means
right.
he's
But I'm
doing
saying like
all the movies.
he put out a movie for DC
Yeah.
and then put out a movie for Marvel.
No,
Saying it's
no,
not
it
like
wasn't during the same timeline.
It was.
Okay.
Put out a movie.
So they
put out
must. So it must have
Suicide
came.
Squad.
Okay. So it must. Okay. So listen. You know how movies take forever to come out, right? So he did that
Right.
movie a long time ago. So it was sitting in COVID time period until it was ready for it to be brought back out or something similar to that.
I mean, sure,
But
probably.
what I'm trying to say is once he left. That was it. He wasn't doing two projects at the same time. He did that project a lot earlier. When he came over to DC, it was just coming over to DC, and that project was still not being shown yet. So you know how some projects get put on a shelf until they're ready to bring it out.
Yeah, but that was like years.
Yeah. So it takes time. Sometimes it takes time for a project to come out. Some projects don't come out 20
came out
years
in
later.
like 2021 or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So he's trying to bring DC back. Is basically what he's trying to do, and DC is allowing him to try to do it. Because DC has fallen off. He's not successful. He's not successful yet. They're in trouble. He failed with Flash.
James Gunn dealt with Flash.
Yeah,
Flash was terrible.
He didn't touch Flash.
He didn't touch Flash, but the thing is, he was the director at that time and point. He's still trying to hold on to the character Flash because he was making mistakes. Remember in his personal life?
Yeah, no, I'm saying James Gunn was saying that like this was like the last one. This is like because they already had the movie like
Already made.
no,
Right?
yeah. They
And
were
so-
like, oh well, let this one be like.
Yeah, I watched a
kinda-
podcast of him talking about what his plans are. Him getting rid of Cavill. Him, trying to. He said All-Star Superman is his soul touch. He's touching that one all the way. It's his idea that he wants to do All-Star Superman from the comic books. There's another project that he's working on. It's all Superman. I mean, also they got rid of Wonder Woman. So basically, they're doing a different Wonder Woman story.
Wonder Woman was really. The first one was really good.
The movie was really good. Yeah.
The second one.
No, they're all, in my opinion, they're fine. I know Robbie didn't like the second one.
That's right. That's
The
right.
second
You did
one's
like the second one.
fine.
I did like it. Yep.
You're like
I
the
think it's-
only person I've ever met who liked the second movie.
That's because I come from that era. Who have you talked to in
It's
my
not
age
even
group?
that. For me, the love story was a bit much.
It was
Yeah,
in the 80s.
like-
I didn't care about the love story. I wasn't there for the
It's
love
like the
story.
whole basis of the movie.
No, it is the whole. Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It was good.
I was like, can we get over this? Can she get her powers back? Let go of the man.
Yeah.
It's good for me.
It was not happening.
I enjoyed the intro too.
Yeah, it was fine until he came back. Her love interest came back to life. I was like, ugh.
Oh, dude, that comes back. That happens a lot in comic books. So for them
I
to
was like,
follow,
gosh.
that happens a lot in comic books. People come back to life.
Snoring.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I'm just not like a romantic type of person.
You're not.
It's not even that. It's just a bad romance. It's not like.
And then it was like stripping of her power, so the whole movie she has like no power. She and her butt kicked.
It
I was
really
like,
just-
can we?
Yeah.
I was like, can we just like send him back, please?
By
like,
the
for
way,
a
Wonder
movie
Woman.
about.
It's hard to
for
do a
mo-
Wonder Woman story too, because basically you're talking about another Superman, And Wonder Woman really hasn't had any great stories at any given
I
time.
mean, I don't think that's like a really hard thing to do because we're all familiar with Wonder Woman. We're all familiar with Superman. I feel like that's not a hard thing to do.
I wasn't, and I collected comic books.
All I'm saying is, I think it's for a movie about Wonder Woman. It spent so much of it talking about like some guy, you know?
That's how I felt.
What?
That's how I felt.
Well, that could be true. I get where you're coming from.
And then, like, for this movie, I feel like for me, I was hoping to see a bit more of her powers, because, like, she had other powers this movie, but you don't, like, really get to, like, experience or see that, because they focus so much on this, because she was losing her powers.
Yeah, so much of it was just, like, dealt with, I don't know, Chris Trevor, that it was just like, alright. Okay. You know?
That's how I felt.
Is this a Wonder Woman movie or is this a Chris Trevor movie?
Well, he is a superstar.
Oh wait, don't accept that. Don't accept that.
Wow.
It's the same one we just did.
Okay.
Alright, we'll do it again then.
Okay.
That's how I feel about the X-Men when they kept trying to bring Jennifer Lawrence back in there.
I loved her.
No, she's garbage for Mystique. That's what I was like. Mystique plays no vital role in the X-Men at all. But they kept bringing her back because that was Jennifer Lawrence's character. So let's tie her in somehow.
Well, she was also huge during time too for the movie. So
she plays no part. Mystique
Let's see. Oh, so Deadpool and Wolverine comes out in 3 days. Let's see. Agatha all along the series. You know Agatha, right, Robert?
Yeah.
From WandaVision.
Yep.
Her series comes out. Daredevil series comes out. Ironheart series.
Should be good. If it's
Captain America. The new Captain America comes out next year.
Yeah, oh man, they have refilmed that movie like 6 times or something like that.
Captain America, yeah.
Yeah. They have literally had to do reshoots like 6 times, so I really have.
I feel like it's gonna be really bad then.
Yeah, I have very little faith, very little faith.
Yeah. The only one I'm interested in is anything to do with my X-Men. That's it.
Let's see.
And Fantastic Four. I'm curious to see what they do with that. Other than that, I'm off the boat.
So Phase 6, yeah, July 25th, 2025 is Fantastic Four.
And they better do it right. Who's in there for actors also?
I think it's the ones from
No, I don't think it's from
Doctor Strange. No, remember the Doctor Strange movie? They previewed them.
Yeah, but I don't think
it's
they're gonna be
the same ones.
Really?
I thought it was.
The only is Reed Richards. That was it.
Reed Richards.
John Krasinski.
They better make Reed Richards badass. As badass, as nerdy. He better know things about he better know some things because that is the smartest man in Marvel universe.
I thought that's what the purpose of them being in the movie was for.
I can't wait. So
well, I just thought it was like because the fandom, everyone was like, everyone wanted John Krasinski to be
and then
Reed Richards, but they were like, no, whatever. So they put him in there as like a fan service kind of thing.
The other thing is Doctor Doom is also one of Marvel's biggest villains. So I want that to showcase too. So
yeah, but Doctor Doom was such a cool villain.
Oh,
and I just feel
Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal's gonna be Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, there it is. I just feel like
I don't know what to think
Doctor
about.
Doom.
I don't know what to think about that.
He's from Game of Thrones.
He's really from
Pedro Pascal.
He's really from his first start. Narcos. Have you seen Narcos?
No, I have not.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to think about him being I don't know what to think about him being
I've seen him in a lot of
Mr. Fantastic because
I could see it.
What nationality are we doing? Are we doing Hispanic nationality for Fantastic Four, or are we doing all white? What are we going?
It says Pascal's Mr. Fantastic with Vanessa
that dude.
Kirby, Joseph Quinn.
I think he's a
Joseph
great actor.
Quinn, Eben Moss Rack.
That is.
See, it's gonna be all over the place. So I don't know what.
The count is. Pedro Pascal. He's what? Chilean.
I don't know what nationality he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Chilean.
I think so.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal is Chilean, and then.
What's the wife?
They're both two white people. I've listed next. Joseph Quinn, and then.
Who's playing as the
Vanessa
wife?
Kirby.
As a Kirby, yeah.
I don't know.
Eben Moss is also a white man.
Okay, so 3. There it is.
And then it says Julia Gardner, Paul Walter Hawson, John Malkovich,
Who plays Johnny Storm?
Natasha Lyonne, and Julia Gardner. Julia Gardner is Silver Surfer.
Wow. In the first show?
That's what it says on the synopsis.
Nora Rad is Silver Surfer. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny. I don't know where.
And then
going.
Ralph Ineson will play Galacticus.
In the first one, they're bringing all those people in. Gee, I can see Galactus, for Silver Surfer, because that's dead for Silver Surfer. But they tying all that in the first one. That's pretty amazing.
I guess so.
I don't know what's going on. They should just go straight to going back to the origin story. Let's talk about the origin story. Let's start all.
So I'm just saying, I just feel like I've just lost a lot of faith. Dude.
Yeah. Let's reboot. Let's just reboot because I didn't like Fox doing it. All right, Jana. Let's go. Let's keep leveling up.
We're still playing.
Oh, you guys are in there already?
Where have you been this whole time?
That's comedy.
That's alright.
That's way too funny.
Me and Robbie have been talking and playing this whole time.
Yeah, that's really funny. Alright, let's level up.
You guys normally do that to me anyway, so I'm not worried.
No, but
that's
you
how I get
accepted
treated,
the
guys.
thing.
See this?
You heard.
This is how I get treated, guys.
You literally heard.
Babe, did you see that?
You literally heard me say, "Oh wait, not that one," and then Robbie said, "Well, we already started it, so I'm going." And I said, "Okay, then I'm going."
I'm right behind you.
Yeah, did you not accept either?
I just accepted
the thing.
Yeah, doesn't mean you have to jump in right away. That's how I get treated, guys.
I know.
That's user error. I said that. Run the tape back, chat.
So I don't know where Marvel's.
Clip that.
I don't know where Marvel's going.
Let's see, and then the next Marvel movie is Blade. November of
Oh,
2025.
man, they have the right actor, yes.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Come on now.
He was awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I have high confidence in that because of Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, only him.
If it's bad, I'm losing it.
Yeah, so they can definitely put some, ethnicity with Marvel by having him in there. It'll be good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Marvel does lack a little.
See, they forcing Fantastic Four. They forcing Fantastic Four. They are definitely forcing that one.
They were like, okay, well, good. We'll have one Chilean
Yeah.
and the rest white.
No, he's
and then everybody else will be
actor.
white.
Awesome actor. One of the best actors of today. I give him all that credit. But come on now. Why do that? Why put, just like how they did Nick Fury, but Nick Fury kind of worked. It kind of worked. It worked. And no.
Not complaining that much.
Yeah, not complaining on that one.
Yeah, he was soaking, but Samuel Jackson, so like.
It worked.
It
worked.
Yeah.
And plus, he's a big comic book fan anyway. He's huge. When he first got his started in acting, he said he was reading comic books just for the fun of it. He loved comic books. So that's why you see him in all the Star Wars and all the little stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it.
But,
there it is.
And then in 2027, Avengers.
Yeah. And by the way, Avengers was really a minor.
That was such a good. I think that's like.
That was a minor comic book. In my opinion, it was a minor comic book, not even popular. It was probably top 40, in my opinion.
That whole Thanos though.
No.
Really
Don't get that twisted. That's from the comic books. I bought every single one of those. That was Journey into Mystery of one of the best things I've ever read in the 90s. That was just blow your mind from the comic books to get to the film. It was a dream come true. It was just amazing. I can't believe they did it. So that was movie. Okay, if you want to talk about movie history, that was one of them. That was movie history right there.
I just remember when Endgame came out, like.
And to tie all the movies together, tie them
Yeah.
all. So okay, so there's a history.
That was an experience.
Okay,
That was an
Yes,
experience.
it
okay, so
was.
listen to this. This is knowledge. This is straight knowledge from what I'm about to tell you. Back in the day, when DC came out with their comic books, they never tied things together. Nothing was tied together. So this is like a Hallmark card what Marvel did. So back in the day, DC never tied anything together. They made a ton of comic books, but they stood out alone. So if you read a comic book, the next comic book you read didn't tie into that comic book. It was just some random. So when Marvel came out in the 50s, 60s, they tied everything together. So like if Spider-Man did one issue, that story went on to another storyline. DC did not do that. They copied Marvel back in that day to catch up to whatever Marvel was doing, because Marvel was blowing up when they came out. So
Someone didn't accept it.
I did. I accepted it. So when Marvel did this movie, and Marvel came out and decided to do their studio, for them to tie each movie together, similar to the way they did it back in the comic book days, oh, it was just a masterpiece.
1 second, Jada. 1 second.
Okay, I was like. what's
Sorry, I was going
happening?
pee.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah. So it was just a masterpiece what they did.
Yeah, so
And
Avengers.
I learned that from a podcast. I was like, no way, did they? They started off tying in all their comic books together to make them relate,
I didn't know that.
to make it into a storyline. DC started out their comic books making each issue their separate story, and that was it. Move on to the next story, nothing related, nothing tied in. Marvel started that.
So it says the writer of Loki signed on to write the script, but Marvel hasn't announced official director for it yet.
Avengers?
And then there's not much because it's so far away. And then after Avengers will be Armor Wars, which will be Tony Stark.
Iron Man, yeah. I have a series.
But he's dead?
I know. This is what I'm interested in.
It just says Tony Stark's worst fears come to life as bad
Like
people get a hold of Iron Man tech.
Like I said, that storyline that went on was in the future. The storyline that they're talking about, Armor Wars, that was during episode, that was number 2 of Iron Man. He had a little Iron Man Wars right there going on, where people were stealing his tech. Remember, he was on the Speedway, and Whiplash.
Oh, you mean the movie? Yeah.
So, that was a little bit of Armor Wars right there. So, they're going back. Yeah. So it looks like Marvel's going back to a time frame of when Storm.
It doesn't say Tony Stark's in it though.
No, I know who you mean by Tony Stark.
Crazy.
It may not
And
be
then,
the same character. It may not be the same guy.
And then Shang, it says Ironheart in the thing.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi 2.
Are we there yet?
I like Shang-Chi.
No, I didn't start it yet. I was waiting for Robbie.
Okay, I'm here.
Alright, I'm good to go now.
Oh yeah, hold on.
I'm trying to get to 87.
You've leveled up a lot of levels.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, then Shang-Chi 2 will be next. I actually really liked that movie.
Yeah,
Me too. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's good.
I thought it was really good. I think it's just like a different take.
I don't
you know?
much care for Aquafina, but
Yeah, Aquafina's a little.
yeah.
She was
I do like her. I love her in Crazy Rich Asians. But I don't like her like as a person.
I like her in spite. I like the movie in spite of Aquafina.
Yeah. And luckily she's not like a major,
Yeah.
too major of a character.
Right.
What was she? A sister?
Like best friend.
Best friend. Okay. Yeah, I saw the movie. It was good.
It's pretty good. I like the backstory of his dad and
Yeah.
how his dad and mom met.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like the scene where his dad and mom are fighting the water. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. That was it right there too.
Yeah.
The mom and dad are fighting. I was like, yeah. That's
It
it
just
right
was
there.
it's just like a different environment than most of the Marvel movies, and I enjoyed
That's
that.
why. Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that, Jada. That's why when I collected Doctor Strange, and keep in mind, Doctor Strange was basically nobody in the Marvel universe, but only when he grouped up with, you know, the heavy hitters, he becomes a heavy hitter. So what I'm trying to say is, when I read Doctor Strange, it was a different. It felt different. It felt not Marvel. It just felt like you're in a different world, different space.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about anybody from Marvel. Doctor Strange will take you to a different dimension, different multiverse, different land, and you don't even feel like...
And that's why I like Shang-Chi. It felt like a break. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was a
feel like
break.
something like psychotic was gonna happen at the end.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, this is nice. Like, this is a nice little refresher. But he's gonna be in the Avengers, so
Yeah.
that
I'm gonna
break
say
is
something
over.
controversial. I'm gonna say something controversial. I liked Eternals.
I didn't think it was bad. I think it was a nice little
Makari
bridge.
was my favorite. The speedster.
Mhm.
Like
Well,
the way that they did her.
it's the
her
beginning of
speedster
time.
scene.
It's the beginning of Marvel, and that's why Eternal should strive harder and better. It's the beginning
Yeah.
of Marvel. It's like
Okay,
telling
but
the story
they
of
really-
Fantastic Four.
Question though, are they ever gonna get back to like the end of that movie?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea. But like,
It's the Eternals. Woo.
okay.
Yeah.
Thor beat one of those Eternals, by the way, in a comic book. Him alone with his hammer took out one. You see how big they are? They're
Well, I
planet
know
size. They're like galactic size.
Oh, the like head one,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the head.
Yeah.
They're called the
Oh,
Eternal.
I was
Eternal.
thinking of the like the
Yeah, I know.
other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is this last?
It took it all the way up. Okay, but like the way that they did Makari scenes were crazy. It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
The way they showed the camera moving, like that was like I've never seen that before.
I really wanted a
I may
second
I may
movie.
have to rewatch that.
I really wanted a
Yeah.
second movie.
Oh, me too. Me too.
I saw the beginning of it.
And they had a.
Are you
what's his
talking about
name?
the series Eternals?
No, the
No,
movie.
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 Didn't
Have
they-
you ever seen the movie?
I don't think so. Did they make?
I've
the-
never heard you talk about that movie ever.
Yeah. I would have to watch that and see.
I saw in the theater.
See what's what
I
it
see
is.
every Marvel movie in the theater.
I haven't in a long time, to be honest. Well, I guess the Guardians 3.
I haven't.
I
I just
one.
think Marvel movies in a movie theater are just such a, like another experience.
No,
like
it-
it's
it
not the
is.
same as any other movie.
Yeah, I
Definitely
haven't-
is.
I haven't seen anything
Some movies
in
you
a
just
while.
had to see in the theater, like Endgame.
Endgame.
Come on.
It's mandatory.
Infinity War.
I wanted
Yeah.
to talk so much in that movie.
Endgame,
I
I
had
was
to be quiet.
I was crying.
The Spider-Man movie, Far From Home or No Way Home. No Way Home.
Yeah.
Those were movie theater
That was good.
experiences.
Yeah, that was good.
Everyone was like, oh,
I'm a
you know,
huge
Yeah.
Spider-Man fan.
oh my God, you know, 'cause the crazy thing happened on screen, and everyone's losing their mind or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just on
Yeah.
Spider-Man 4, they just confirmed the X-Men.
I don't think he's a good. I mean, he's good, but I don't think he's the best Spider-Man.
People love him.
I actually like
My favorite is Andrew Garfield.
Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, and it's
Yeah,
so
okay,
fitting.
good.
It's so fitting.
Yeah.
It's so fitting that
my
they named
opinion.
it. Hold on. Let me add this part. It's so fitting that they named it Amazing Spider-Man, and it had the best. In my opinion, it had the best Spider-Man in there. In my opinion.
I think Andrew Garfield
Yes.
plays like I
Yes,
think
he is so
but, like,
He
perfect.
just
writing
fits
wasn't
it.
good.
He was
Writing
so
wasn't good,
perfect,
though.
so perfect though. I mean,
Yeah.
even though Peter Parker probably didn't look as good as Andrew Garfield, is that his name?
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't look as good as him, but dude, he felt like Spidey. He felt like him.
Yeah, he did.
He felt like him. Lanky.
Tom Holland to me just looks really young.
Too short. In my opinion, too short. Just too short.
I think
when they first casted him, I like him as Spider-Man.
Tom Holland's writing is a lot better. Yeah, me too. Me too.
But
I think his writing's a lot better.
The movies are great. Yeah.
I do like the comedy.
He has
part.
a better Peter Parker for sure than Andrew Garfield, because he has that.
Because Andrew Garfield's a little older.
Yeah, and especially in No Way Home, I feel like
could have just told it from an older perspective, though. I mean, Spider-Man actually does grow up and gets married and everything else.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think they will going forward. You know, after this.
But I think Andrew Garfield by far is the best one. I hate the first Spider-Man. Well, I hate the person that played him. But when he came out, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
You know, let me get the.
No, at the time when I did.
Yeah, I like Tom Holland's Peter Parker.
I was like 2. I was like 2 years old. I was like, man, this is great.
Yeah, this is great stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Tom Holland.
Was fine in the first one.
That's the other thing about the new Spider-Man. They don't have a Mary Jane.
Yeah.
They have an MJ.
No, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because legally they wouldn't let them use her name.
Yeah.
Her name's Michelle Jones.
Michelle Jones. Yeah.
Okay,
they wouldn't let. So I guess they said that's like the issue with the new Spider-Man. They don't have permission to use a lot of the stuff. Which is why they're using like.
That's when Marvel was in bankruptcy mode, and so they were trying to pitch out all their movies and try to make money any which way they can. So they gave out the contract to Fox. And, and I was collecting at that time.
Fox won't let them use like anything for Spider-Man. That's why like MJ, her name is Michelle Jones, not Mary Jane.
That's why.
And she doesn't have the red hair. Like
exactly.
That's like one of the big reasons. And they said the other thing, like they said that's why they've been using like different villains and not the, you know, you know when you think of Spider-Man, the big ones, like Doc Ock and Green Goblin and.
I mean, they kind of had a workaround though in No Way Home.
Yeah.
I liked it, you know.
I did too.
No Way Home was good.
Yeah.
It was good enough.
I was like, Fox is being stingy.
Well, Fox has a contract.
I think Spider-Man 2 is actually not bad from Tobey Maguire.
No, it's not. I think he's a decent Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 1. I think borderline's unwatchable. I can't lie.
The first one?
Spider-Man 1, yeah. Like from Tobey Maguire, cannot watch it.
Wait, who has the little? Oh, there's another thing.
Yeah. I'm going down over to go get it, but
Garfield's the best.
Then we have Spider-Man 3, which is good only for the meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's so bad it's good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, man, this is really bad.
I like Andrew Garfield and I like his Mary Jane and I just like that movie.
Well, he doesn't have a Mary Jane, it's Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy, there you go.
Gwen Stacy, the one that died.
Gwen Stacy.
The one that's supposed to die. Oh, she did die.
She did die.
She did die. Okay, so they did follow the comic book.
You couldn't catch her.
That's how it went down.
Couldn't catch her.
That's how it went
wow,
down.
that was...
Alright, Jada.
I didn't intend to do that. I don't know. That was really fast.
Let him get up.
Was that a glitch?
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't think... I had like just pressed the button and then he died.
Just smacked him.
Unintentionally. Oh, they're gonna have a Wakanda series. Because I did not like his unpopular opinion. I didn't like his sister as Black Panther. Unpopular opinion.
You know, I'm on the fence, to be honest. I'm on the fence.
It wasn't my favorite. I don't know. I just feel like, why am I blanking on his name? The one that passed it.
Chadwick Boseman?
Yes, I feel like Chadwick Boseman was just such a good Black Panther.
Yeah.
And she just didn't like live up to that. I don't know. I didn't like her.
Yeah, I'm
I
on the
think
fence. I'm on the fence. I still haven't made my mind up.
the movie was good. Like, it definitely made me
I know too
sad, but
about.
like,
Well,
Oh
I
yeah.
had my
it was
conflicts.
fine. The movie was fine, but like, I didn't really like her as
I had my
Black
conflicts
Panther.
on the whole Black Panther, but I, there's too much positivity, so I won't say anything.
What positivity? I said I didn't like her.
No, I said the whole Black Panther.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, it's good.
I think the first movie is
It's
great.
because it's just if you're trying to follow Marvel, it's not even close.
Alright.
Oh,
Not even close.
Come on now. But the okay.
I'm not trying to be
If
negative.
if
I'm
we're
not trying to.
come
talking,
on,
No,
no.
if,
Robbie,
if we're
I don't want to go there.
no
I'm not
no
going there.
no.
I'm not going there. What do you want to
If we're
know?
talking about
What do
if
you
we're
want to
talking about
know?
a we're talking about a movie theater experience about
No, no,
how
no,
much
no, no, no,
people
no,
showed
no,
out for
no,
that.
no, no,
Come
no,
on
no,
now.
no. What I said is it's not
I mean, you
close
would have
to.
you would have.
There was some negatives that I didn't like. It's like, why are we following? They follow a trope of him having money, similar to like it was something similar to Iron Man, like a futuristic thing that was just too crazy. It was just like you find his land and it's like futuristic. The technology he had was in the
That's the whole
category.
point of the material.
Yeah.
It's in
So
the no no no. It was the same category of what Iron Man like.
so you're
Uh,
talking about Afrofuturism.
yeah, it was just crazy, and not one time did they ever mention that in Marvel. So it was I had to take a jump. I had to literally forget that there was a comic book called Black Panther and just go. And this is where, if you follow Black Panther comic book, uh, it was just a leap. It was just a leap. So I had to forget about that. I actually like two. I enjoy two.
Yeah.
Bec-
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't
alright.
enjoy it too, but
It
I
had nothing to
enjoyed.
do with.
But
Had nothing to do with Black's first Marvel superhero. Had nothing to do with that. I love Storm. When I first collected comic books, it was about Storm
Yeah.
because she was black. She was from Africa. She basically reigned the crops of her people, and that's where she got her goddess name. She was a goddess. They also showed that
Yeah.
Storm was Black Panther's lady. They also showed
Mhm.
that too at some point in time. But no,
Yeah.
I collected
There
black
there are
superheroes.
there are two characters that I think are are way too cool for Marvel. Storm and Doctor Doom. Those are two
Doctor
characters.
Doom is just way cool. But you also got to understand,
Too cool for Marvel.
I don't think you, the way you describe Doctor Doom, the way you describe Storm, is the way you should know about the X-Men. The X-Men was cool. Was cool. It was the number one comic book ever, everywhere. Nobody could touch X-Men. No one. I'm talking about Avengers sucked. The Justice League sucked. Everybody copied mutants. The word mutant came. I mean, look at these. You got the Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja. Where you get the mutant from? The word
I hear
mutant.
you.
The word mutant was so popular that they put in Spider-Man's comic book a non-mutant for a reason because they were so popular.
I hear you.
It was on levels of craziness, and there was a cover where they had Wolverine, Colossus, and Storm, and Wolverine's in the front cover with his claws out, and one of the sayings was on the front cover. It says, "Go ahead, mess with us, make our day." It was just that's how dope they were. You could not touch them. You could not touch them. For the 80s and 90s, Chris Claremont, the writer, and John Burns, I don't know how to say his last name, wrote the hell out of that thing for 100 and something issues. Everybody tried to copy them. Everybody. Batman was fighting against them, like top 10 comic books. It was always the first three books. X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, X-Force, anything that said anything about mutants, they owned it. top 5, top 10, whatever they wanted to put out, they could not be touched. That's why I'm excited to see what Marvel has to do with the X-Men. If they
That's
do
why
it,
I'm not excited what Marvel has to do with the X-Men.
we'll see.
Like,
we'll see.
That's what I'm saying. Where it's just like
We'll see.
some things I'm like, man,
But
like,
but do not judge
I
it.
don't know if you can handle that.
But do not judge it by Fox's X-Men. Hopefully, I think the X-Men totally went over to Marvel, right? Hopefully that's the case. I'm curious because
the thing
whatever
is, really
they messed
weird,
up Storm. They messed up Storm by putting Holly Berry in it. It should have been done by Iman. David Bowie's wife should have been played by Storm.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. David Bowie's
Yeah,
wife should be Storm.
Yeah.
Nothing needs to be said after that. She was a goddess.
Yeah.
Iman was a model. Controversial. They needed somebody popular. That's why Holly Berry was there. But no, she was nowhere. Does she look African to you? No.
No.
I'm sorry. I could tell you stories upon stories about the X-Men. That is my number one. If you see 200 or 300 issues, they're all in the box, up on the shelf. Top issues of mind-blowing storylines. Mind-blowing. Like Days of Future Past. You thought the movie was okay? Oh, you needed to read the book. Because all of a sudden, we talked about a storyline. They were on a storyline. Then, boom, next issue, Days of Future Past. You see Wolverine at a gravesite, old hair, looking at a gravesite of Cyclops, Jean Grey, Professor Xavier, all dead. Just looking at the gravesite. And I'm like, what? Where are we at now? That's the craziness of the X-Men. It just blows your mind. All right, I'll stop. I'm just I'm super fan of the X-Men.
I hear you. I do.
Too much history. And if you watch that 1997 X-Men cartoon series, it'll give you a reference to comic books that blows your mind. That's why there's so many fandoms going on during that time that cartoon came out.
Did you watch the new one?
No, I haven't, but I need to. I
heard it's actually pretty good.
No, I heard it's great. I hear it's mind-blowing great. Yes. There's no negative talk about that cartoon series. There's nothing but it follows the books pretty closely. You know, pretty closely. Sentinels and all that.
Yeah. You want to put us in something? The pit, maybe?
Okay, you guys are already there?
Wait, what happened?
I'm sorry, I riffed it. I had to rift.
What happened?
Jada, you want to put us in the pit?
Let's keep going. I'm sorry.
I started scrolling through TikTok. I got lost.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I was like, this is for Robbie and Robbie.
Yeah, I'm nerded out. That's just, you gotta understand. It's just, whew. You guys get excited. You guys get excited over the Avengers and all. You know, Iron Man. No. Let me rewind this. Iron Man mind blows you. Mind blows you. Movie number 1 wasn't we blown away, Robbie?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like 2008.
Yes.
Yeah.
He goes, ching, ching. I gotta get out of here. This is the only way we're going to get out of here. I'm creating Iron Man today.
Also, we're in the pit now, just in case you didn't know.
No, I understand.
Just in case you didn't know.
You got me. I get it. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'll make sure. You know, he's not gonna be like, "Oh, I'm ready to go now." And like,
everyone leaves me. Everybody leaves me.
See what they do, guys?
You're just like everyone else. Someone's leaving me.
Gosh.
Yeah. I tell Candace this all the time. These guys just leave me like I'm some.
The thing is, if you watch back, I say multiple times,
Yes,
"Hey,
you
I'm
do.
starting to
You
sing.
probably do.
Hey,
You
accept
do.
the thing.
You know,
Hey,
but it feels worse. It feels worse though.
And I'm like, "Hey, we're going here. Hey, I started this." And I'm like, "Okay, no one responded. It's not on me."
Yeah. I say that to Candace a lot. I'm like, see how you treat me, Candace?
See how you treat me?
You treat me like a villain.
Never.
I'm a villain with you guys.
Your guys' bedroom is nice, isn't it?
It's fine and daddy.
Wow. A bedroom that expensive better be more than
how much was it?
dandy. Can I tell him the price?
No, it was a used car.
A used car.
A very old used car.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Robbie, what's your interpretation? What number do you think that is?
I'm still going for about.
I'm still going for about
12. That was right.
Yeah.
Was it really?
He's around there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was right. Robert's a big baller.
Nobody cares. Going back to my X-Men. Now,
Wow. Wow.
I can talk about them for days. The Phoenix, oh my gosh, the Phoenix Project. Woo! So many storylines. The Hellfire Club.
Yeah, sure. These things sound vaguely familiar.
Woo! Just heat. Nothing but heat. Peel back the layers. And that's the funny part. They'll tell you stuff, and if you don't remember it, man, it's like it'll come back and hit you in the face. I'm not ready yet. Yeah, it's just Marvel Universe. They say the Marvel Universe was formed with the Fantastic Four. I'm interested in seeing what they could do if Marvel does it. If the writers are still there.
Yeah,
You know, if the writers are still there. I don't think they are still, huh?
I just don't know if it's gonna be like.
Because remember, what's his name?
Yeah.
Farr? What's his name? That does Mandalorian? He was a part of Iron Man.
Oh, John Favreau.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think he's with Marvel anymore, huh? He's with
not
Disney.
in the same capacity.
Not in the same capacity. He's with Disney, which
Yeah.
Marvel is with Disney.
Yeah, no, but he's on
Mandalorian.
Star Wars now.
He's on Mandalorian.
He's
That's why
on
Mandalorian's so good.
Mandalorian and some Boba Fett and
Okay. Well, he's in the right direction.
basically Mandalorian stuff.
Iron Man. He was part of Iron Man.
He directed Iron Man.
That's why Iron Man was so freaking great.
Yeah.
It was so
But
good.
John Favreau always makes a small portion, a small role for himself, usually in the movies
I
that he
see
like
that.
directs.
I see that.
So like if you watch Elf, he's in the movie Elf.
Oh,
And then
okay.
if you watch Iron Man,
Yeah.
he's in the movie Iron Man.
No, Iron Man was so... It was so great. And they had the right guy, too. And he was in trouble when he got the role for Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
He was in trouble.
Speaking of RDJ, you guys seen Oppenheimer?
Not yet, but I have to
I've
see
seen
it.
a part of
I
it.
have
It's
to
just
see
long
it.
as hell.
This fool over here glossing on some movies now. So now he's talking about big boy. Now he's talking about big boy
Controversial
movies.
statement. Did not like it.
What? Okay, no, I gotta see it. I can't say anything. You
Wait,
guys
let me
gotta
go
bring-
back in.
you
Oh wait,
guys-
I can't go. I can't go back and go get you.
Okay, let me. You
I
want me to revive?
teleported. Yeah. I teleported and I just can't go back.
Okay, I did. I'm gonna teleport. Okay, I still haven't seen it. I want to see it. So, what channel is that on?
HBO. Is it
Omar
HBO?
just watched
HBO?
it. I think it might be HBO. HBO cycles things out though.
I'll watch it
Yeah,
on
it might not
HBO.
be on
then.
HBO
I'll
anymore.
save it for a Saturday. How many hours is that? 3?
It's on
3.
Prime Video. Robert, you have Prime Video.
Yeah. It's like
It's
3
3
hours.
hours. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's in it. Robert Downey Jr.
That's what I was talking about. I said, speaking of RDJ, speaking of Robert Downey Jr.,
He's a good actor.
oh, he's a great actor.
Great actor.
I just,
He wasn't good in it? Did he go on an
No,
Oscar?
no, no,
Did he
no.
win an Oscar for that?
Oh, I don't know. But through no fault of his own, I'm not saying, like, this is, like, you know. I just didn't particularly enjoy the movie. I just
Were
say
you
that,
tired?
like, I mean,
sometimes when I watch a movie and I say it wasn't good, and everybody else is saying it good, I have to go back and see what I remember. I did that with Batman. I did that with Batman.
Wow, they almost made $1 billion in the box office.
Money doesn't matter. You know, it's.
I just thought it was.
You know, some Oscar movies, people are saying it was Oscar worthy, and you watch it and it's not Oscar worthy. It's like garbage. Sometimes that can be. Sometimes that can be.
I just thought it was doing too much, but also not enough at the same time. And
I mean, it's facts. Isn't it based off of facts?
Yeah, it's based off on the book American Prometheus.
Oh, I love the title, Prometheus.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you know anything about Oppenheimer, he's
yes, I know. I know something.
He's just I'm saying he's just very into mythology.
Oh, okay.
I guess this is his thing. He just likes mythology of, you know, any kind of culture or whatever. But like that's, yeah, he's just, I don't know, self-indulgent in that kind of way. But I think it's autobiographical, at least quasi autobiographical. American Prometheus is.
So you're saying some things are factual, some things it's just ad lib or something, or what? What was wrong with the movie? What was wrong with the movie? Jada, go ahead and take us there. I want to keep moving. Because I'm at 87. I'm almost at 90.
Also, I think it was Rob Pattinson who went to like a premiere with Christopher Nolan, and Rob Pattinson gifted American Prometheus to Christopher Nolan.
Oh, so he was originally on the project.
No. He just gave him the book as a gift.
Like the origin story of the movie.
Yeah. And Christopher Nolan was like, "Yes, I will now. This book is so good. I'm gonna make it a movie." You know.
That's so cool about being a director. That like.
Right.
I don't know why I did that. I should have stayed out.
But
I wonder how good is it to read that. I wonder who narrates that.
Oh no, I want to read the book.
Yeah.
I want to read audiobook would be good. But I want to read the book. I think the book is much better. Just based off of like what I know about his life, just to watching the movie. Yeah. That a lot of movie just didn't get into. You know, like they didn't really explain as to like any of his, I don't know, virtues, but also they also didn't explain like how like, I don't know, just didn't really make him a person in the movie. They just more of like made him a figure, you know?
Yeah.
Which I didn't particularly enjoy. They kind of mythologized.
So he seemed more godlike in the movie. They didn't go into full detail. They didn't go into full detail of, because in Albert Einstein, I mean, I actually read or audiobook Albert Einstein, and they went into full out detail, adulterer, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
They went into full out detail, so I know what you're talking about. They even went into details of things that he was. I read this book like almost 15 years ago, so I can't remember everything they talked about. But you know, he used to work at a patent office.
He's a patent clerk. Yeah.
And he used to live in Pasadena.
I know that.
Yeah, he used to live in
Pasadena. That Einstein gave physics lectures to all black colleges.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, he used to live in Pasadena, but also rode on the first freeway. You know what that first freeway was? It was the... How come I'm drawing a blank? It was the, it's a... No, not the 10. You're close, though. I'm trying to think of the freeway.
The 60.
Nope, not the 60. It was the... I like to say it's going up to Pasadena, but it's also
605.
not 605.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
It's before the 210.
It's the one that's really narrow, right?
Yeah, and it's fast. You have to jump off to get off the. That was the first freeway, and
yeah. Okay. Because I do remember that freeway. That freeway is like really, really tight and narrow.
It's really tight and narrow, and you have to jump. I travel on it almost every day, and I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, because I remember like it was.
I think
designed
like every freeway. 210.
I think because remember it was designed for Model Ts. That's why it was like so narrow.
And so when you jump off, you're jumping off. Yeah, you gotta slow down. You gotta let people know that you're jumping off.
I remember that.
Yeah,
that freeway,
I have to look it up. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah. It's like the 2 freeway, but it's like next to the 2 freeway. Or is it the 2 freeway? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I don't think it's the 2. Like,
yeah, I'm a little off. I gotta look it up. Did I try?
No,
It's by Eagle Rock. It's by Eagle Rock.
It's like a west-east freeway.
It's
right?
by Eagle Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to look it up, but yeah, that was the first freeway, and they mention it in the book because he lived right by the freeway. Something weird like that.
I'm tired.
Who's the last one?
I need more time.
You did good.
I was like, I'm nodding out.
It's fine. We'll have this for the last one.
Not ready
So what have you and Omar been watching?
Omar's been in Mexico for 2 weeks.
But before that, you guys saw Bad Boys? You didn't like Bad Boys?
Yeah, that's the last movie we saw.
What was that? What was the movie you saw before that?
Before that, we see a movie like almost every week.
I know.
I don't know, probably was a horror movie. He tends to like to watch horror movies and I don't.
I remember you had us watching The Clown or something.
It?
Remember that?
Everybody saw
No.
It, though.
It wasn't it wasn't
the
it.
Terrifier.
It was something crazy.
Oh, no.
It was like
The
beyond
Terrifier.
crazy.
The Terrifier.
Yeah.
When I had
Remember,
dreams, I had rats on my walls.
It was just me and you.
Yes.
Your mom would not watch that.
They made like 4 of them since. I cannot watch that movie, Robert. Like, I literally had dreams there were rats on my walls.
Yeah? Wow.
Remember, I had nightmares. Like, no, I can never watch that movie again.
That's funny.
It was so gory. Remember, he like saws her in half.
No. This is like gory. We're watching gory movie.
He like straight chainsaws her in half, and you watch it all.
When
oh
they
my
throw
god,
away the storyline.
that movie was sick.
And basically go after the gore.
That movie was sick, so sick. Have you seen The Terrifier, Robbie?
No, of course not. I would have never seen it.
No, they've made a bunch since then. People really like them.
I don't know what that was. We were watching.
Cause it was like kind of badly filmed. We both talked about.
That's the way to go.
Felt like an '80s movie.
Oh yeah, '80s did a lot.
And then he starts, and like the beginning was fine, but then he starts chopping people up. Yep. Oh Lord. I was so traumatized after that.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember my mom left the room.
Oh, she ain't gonna be able to watch that.
So I remember she watched part of it with us, and do you remember when she threw her phone across the room?
Yeah, she ain't watching it.
It was a jump scare.
That's
She wasn't even watching the movie, Robbie. She was on her phone.
Yep, she was
looks up for half a second on like the darkest part of the movie, and jump scare happens, and she throws her phone across the room.
She ain't tolerating that.
That's way too funny.
That's Yeah, she'll freak out on that stuff.
Yeah, Omar likes to watch scary movies. My issue is I fall asleep
Wow.
at the movie theater, and it's a very bad habit. So I don't like him to be annoying. We went to go see Smile, which people loved,
Yeah.
and said it was like super. I fell asleep the first like.
What? You fall asleep?
I fell asleep, and then what other? We saw another like The Orphan or something. Fell asleep, like 30 minutes.
You guys actually went to the movie theater and watched those movies?
We go to the movie theater like every week, just about.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I seen Smile. I thought that was fine.
Was it? Okay.
I fell
Oh yeah,
asleep.
that's
pretty
what's his
quickly.
name in it. I like that actor.
I fell asleep
Well,
really
no.
fast.
Was that with can't think of
Main
his name.
character's a girl.
Huh?
Yeah.
Main character's a girl.
Well, who's the villain?
There's not really.
No villain.
There's no villain. It's like a mental thing.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought
Yeah.
I thought what's his name was in there. Some white dude. I can't think of his name.
It's not a villain. It's like a
Oh.
men.
Oh, I thought what's his name was in it. If you've ever seen with Denzel Washington, he's training. Oh, it was called Training Day.
I was saying training.
I was like, wait, he's training
What is that? What is that movie called where he's training that guy
on a day.
on a day?
Yeah, so it was Training Day. So that guy wasn't in it.
Yeah, yeah.
His training partner.
No.
For some reason, I
No,
thought
no,
he
no.
was in it.
There's no
I
villain.
know
It's
who
like,
you're talking about, and he looks like him. Literally, like when he was young. I know what you're talking about. Oh God, what's his name? Oh, hold on.
Smile is more of like a psychological thing.
Okay.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
know.
not-
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. And Smile is not him though,
It's not him. For some reason, I thought.
but it
some
does look
trailer,
like him.
In trailers,
Yeah.
I thought
Kyle
he was in it.
Gallner.
Okay.
Kyle Gallner. I see what you're saying. He does kind of bear a passing resemblance to Ethan Hawke. I agree. Not him.
Okay. Maybe.
I
no.
thought Smile was boring.
Okay.
I fell asleep. I tend to fall asleep at horror movies in the theater
That was
most
fine.
of the time. I have a hard
watched it at
time.
home.
I have a hard time staying awake for horror
You know,
movies.
all my scary movies definitely at home. It's just, I
Omar
think
loves like whenever we want to go to the movie theater.
that's his
really
thing,
always-
huh? That's his
He
thing.
always wants to see a horror movie, and I always want to see an action movie. And then this time he let me get my action movie, and it was Bad Boy. Man,
Yeah, I wish that was better. 'Cause I
he was
did-
like, he's like, we watched an action movie and it sucked, and I was like, damn.
that was my
He's never
movie.
gonna let you pick again.
I know.
I
But, we,
won't let you pick again.
but then I told him we stopped going to horror movies though because he realized I fell asleep
You fall
every
asleep during the
single
movie.
time.
Okay.
I fall asleep every time. I'm knocked out within like 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's too funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
A lot of horror movies for me are just very predictable. Like,
They are.
I'm like, oh, well, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And the only, like, the last horror movie like I, like, really enjoyed, probably It.
That's a
Yeah.
classic. That's a
It was really
That's
good.
a classic. That's a
It was
Steven
good.
Spielberg or not Stephen King's classic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it was
I,
really good.
talking about the new one did or the old one?
New one.
Yeah.
I've seen both, but
Okay.
the new one's pretty good.
Yeah.
The actor is really... I don't know if there's an interview where he does shows how he does Smile.
My God.
Really
Yeah.
creepy.
It was like a screen test or something.
Yeah.
It was something like that. I saw that. And I literally got chills. I was like, man.
It's
Oh, that's
really
worth seeing, huh?
creepy
After you
without the
saw that,
makeup.
What is this guy
Yeah.
doing?
It's really
Yeah.
creepy without the makeup on and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh lord.
Like the
And he
level
does it
of, like,
so like
yeah.
natural, like he switches really quick.
The level of like control he has over like his facial muscles is
Mhm.
actually crazy.
Hey, I got something to add. Not movie. I'm getting off topic completely, but
Alright.
Nintendo,
Alright.
Mario Kart, completely off topic. Sorry about this. Remember you were complaining that, or I think Jada was throwing. You're not gonna remember this, but you guys were throwing. Jada was throwing some shells at you, and a couple of them passed you up.
Oh, I did. I was
Yeah.
complaining
There
about
was
that.
2 shells that passed you up that should have never passed you up. I saw the video clip. I'm like, how did that happen? It was 2 red shells that passed you up, and I'm like, that should have hit your banana that you had on the back of your thing.
I know.
It was just weird. It was just weird. Yeah, I saw the video clip, and I sent, it's on YouTube right now, but it was just weird. I was just like, wow, how did that happen?
Yeah, I saw it on your the comments in the box. It said like
Yeah,
you mentioned shell weirdness or shell glitches.
yes,
Or something.
yeah, weird glitches. I was like, didn't understand how that went past you. I think it was 2 of them, and then one of them did hit you. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So there was a
yeah,
third
some-
shell that she threw that hit you, or something weird like that.
Yeah, there was like a couple times where it would be like that, where like a shell
And
would
I didn't
pass
believe
by.
you. I didn't believe you. I was just like,
Yeah.
No, I
whatever.
remember I was like, why did that go past Robbie? Why
Yep.
did that one go past
And so I
Robbie
slowed
again?
it down and looked at it. I'm like, yeah, she's right. It should have never went past you. It should have never went past. It was some weird internet stuff. If we
Yeah,
were
it
playing
was
in
weird.
person, I don't think that would have
Yeah.
happened.
It'd be weird because like I would like have the banana on the back of the car, and then the shell would go by me. I'm like, all right, fine. The next one will come by and then hit me. I'm like, okay, but I have a banana up, so like clearly it didn't register on my end that
That was weird.
Yeah. There were a couple
Yeah.
times though that I threw like 3 straight at you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's the one. I was like, I had to put
Yeah,
something in
but
the
also-
description.
The algorithm was weird though too because
It had you
know.
dodging one. One of them, they had you dodging it. So I was like,
Yeah,
that was
but-
weird.
and then they had like somebody got a bullet bill who was in like 4th place.
Robert.
Yeah.
Robert.
You were like in
He was in
third place.
third.
I didn't have a problem
and
with
you
that.
got,
I
like-
thought
You got a bullet
And he
bill.
got a bullet, and I was like, how?
that was, yeah, that doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
either.
That's like straight.
But-
like, not cheating on your end,
but-
but like that's.
But if you ever play online and you play with a party of, basically you're playing with a party of 12, a lot of weirdness goes on like that all the time. Where I get a bullet and I'm in like 7th or 8th place, not in last place, but 7th or 8th place, and I'll have like bullets, I have bullet ray bill, I have all the trinkets. And for some reason they allow that to happen online. It just happens. So that's just part. I think that's part of the gameplay, especially online. Especially online.
Yeah, I think it is technically randomized, but
Yeah, it gets really weird when you play online.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, but there were a couple weird ones though too where I remember being like that. Like the algorithm, like having
Yeah,
two of
it-
the weird things is like
yeah,
hard to explain. Like, what is that? You know,
that doesn't make
some
sense.
sort of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially the turtle. I had to bring that one up because that one just didn't make. And I saw a stick. I saw my little my sticky note that mentions that. I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, that is true. That's just some weird stuff that went on. But I think a lot of weird stuff goes on more online than anything else.
Right.
And I saw it happen when I played online with, party of 12 or whatever the numbers were. Just a lot of weird stuff. Everybody had bullets at one point. The last 5 people had bullets. Like it was normal.
Yeah, something was wrong with that.
And I think that's just online. I think that's an online thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yep.
me too.
Alright. Talk
Well,
to you
I'll
later.
talk to you guys later.
Alright, next
Good
week.
night, Robbie.
Good night.
Alright. Late.